I'm going to show you to easily beat the Baba Nobuharu boss fight in Nioh 3. So this boss is up here in the Futama section in the first chapter of the game, and up here during the Battle of Futama Castle. So I did this as a ninja, but you can probably adapt this to samurai some which way. So the general rule here is you don't really have to fight him head on. You can. I mean, if you want, you can just all skill it. Just beat your head into a wall till you know all his moves by heart, and you can just 0 to hero him and no problem without getting hit. Sure, you could do that. But if you want to actually just beat him, have it be kind of easy and get it over with relatively fast and do it a normal way, or an easy way, I mean, then what you're going to want to do is not engage unless there's a favorable move. So one of the big benefits of this game compared to a game like Elden Ring is you have high mobility on this game. So you don't really have to get in. And if you're careful about how you run around, it's pretty easy to just never get hit ever, and especially in this boss fight. So what you do is you just kind of hang back, and you're waiting for a few signature moves that you can come into, and then get behind him and hit him with ninja or samurai, just dodge, and then hit once or twice, and then wait for the next situation. Also, in this game, they don't do stage 2. They do stage 2, and if you wait, it goes back to stage 1. So even when he's transforms, you can just wait it out if you don't want to fight him in his more advanced form, which I do recommend doing if you want this to be easy. So what you're going to do is when he's not transformed into his pseudo stage 2, what you're going to do is wait for him to do his slower attack chains. One of the easiest ones, if you really want it to be easy, you just stay away until he does this one where he kind of charges at you, and then he always follows it up with an overhead slam. And once you've seen it a few times, it's just the easiest thing in the universe to dodge it. So you're out of range for the first part. In the second part, you just dodge it left to right or forward and iframe it, and then you're right next to him afterwards, and then you just beat on him once or twice or whatever, depending on your weapon. And then you could just kind of repeat that. The other big one that you can wait for is he'll use his burst attack, the big red attack that you can parry. And he has a few of these, but if he's not transformed, I think he only has one, and it's just an overhead slam, and it's so easy to deal with. It's so telegraphed. You literally just see it coming. He swings down, you press R2 or whatever your button is on PC, and, deflect that, and then just beat on him a little, and then, just wait for the next attack, kind of get some distance. So how hard you go in, it just depends on how much effort you want to put into learning the boss fight. But, you could just cheese it by just only going for those 2 attacks, otherwise just running, okay? But yeah, main thing is just running until you learn his attack chains, and a lot of his attack chains, you can just stay out of range till the last one, and then just dodge to the last one in the chain, and then you're right next to him, and you can hit on him a few times. And then he usually, repositions instead of swinging immediately, and that's your chance to just be okay, back off, wait for the next, attack combo. When he does stage 2, he has, a water attack and, almost like a lightning attack that are ranged. But as long as you just keep your distance, you just got to run left to right, and then just to be safe, dash when it's about to make contact, which is much easier with light armor. Medium armor will be a little bit trickier, but same concept. And even on the second one, you can try to parry his charged attacks if you want. He has different ones when he's transformed, but if you want to, you can get used to them, and they're not too horrible to parry either. Parry is very easy in this game. It's just a matter of memorizing the timing for these attacks, but way more forgiving than a game like Elden Ring. But even in the second phase, or stage, no, it's not stage 2, but it's transformed state, there's other combos. He'll do the same combo where he charges at you and then does an overhead slam. You can dodge it and then beat on him. And other than that, you just wait for him to go back to his non-transformed state, and then just wait for the really, really easy moves. And that's the easy way to beat him. Now, again, if you want to, you can just memorize his moves. Now, I could sit here and we could overanalyze his moves. That's not going to help you. If you actually want to get to where you can no-hit run him in a speed run and just perfectly kill him and dodge every single move, that's overkill. You don't need that in order to beat him. But if you want to, the only way you're going to be able to do that is by just face tanking and fighting him until you get used to it, basically. We could go over every single move, but I'm mainly showing you how to just beat him if you're having trouble with him. And there's a lot of easy tricks to beat him if you're having trouble with him. So stay away, wait for his charged attacks, wait for his dash, then overhead slam, and those are your giant openings. And if you're just patient, you can just beat him like that. So hopefully these tips and tricks helped you out, guys. Now you know how to easily beat Baba Nobuharu, the boss fight, in Nioh 3.